Hey folks, welcome back to Fixin To Fish. And lately the Tokyo rig has really become very popular, so much so that when I tried to go and pick some up, they're actually sold out a lot of places online, like Tackle Warehouse. They're back ordered, and I have a big trip coming up, so I really wanted to get some. So I followed a couple of tutorials online, and basically this was how they said to set it up. You have a hook, and in the middle you have a split ring, and then you have a barrel swivel connected to that, and you also have a wire coming down, and you tie the wire off, you put a tungsten weight, and then you clamp the end so that the weight stays on. And the way this is supposed to work is you fish it on the bottom, and the bait kind of suspends off the bottom like that as you're dragging it. And I liked it. You know, I tried it out and it works pretty well as long as you have clean bottom to fish. It's a nice way of presenting the bait. It keeps it off the bottom. But as I was fishing it, I thought, you know, there's got to be a better way to build these. And so I came up with my own version of this. And one of the advantages of it is that if you notice, you have three different connections on that split ring. You have the hook, the wire for the weight, and you have the barrel swivel. And even using a bigger split ring, you get a lot of binding. Sometimes that'll bind up, and I think it really affects the action of the bait as you're dragging it on the bottom, because sometimes as you're bouncing on the bottom, that connection, you know, there's a lot going on there in that one split ring. So I came up with my own version of this. I don't know if anybody's already come up with this. If they haven't, I'm calling it the Buku Rig, because it's a joke on a movie called Full Metal Jacket about one particular character. And the main reason is because of this. This is a three-way swivel. If you don't get the joke, then you're probably too young to get it. But basically same concept, a little easier to build. You have a three-way swivel, and that is connecting three separate connections. This is for your line, this is the weight, and this goes to a split ring, which then goes to the hook. And I think with this particular setup you get a lot more action because it doesn't bind. Each connection has its own swivel, and I think it's just a little bit cleaner, and I think that the action is better. When I've tried it out, it worked just as well as this, but definitely gave it a lot more action. So that is my version of it. It's also slightly easier to connect because two of these connections on the traditional way, you have to put the barrel swivel and the hook on with a pair of split ring pliers. If you don't have split ring pliers, that is a nightmare. I think it's just a cleaner overall setup. You don't have all your connections binding together and sort of limiting your action as much. You're going to get a much better swim with that three-way swivel connection. So I hope that helps you guys out. And again, I call this the Buku Rig. And if anybody else has come up with this that I'm not aware of, well, let me know in the comments, because I haven't seen anybody else set it up quite this way yet. Thanks for watching. Till next time.